for US EVA 48. Sabo is going to be EV1 in the red stripes, and Nemo is going to be EV2 in the white stripes. And at the start of this EVA, Sabo is going to be going back out to ESP2, and he's going to be getting that foot restraint, and he's going to be installing that on the end of the SS Arma, so right onto the lee. The lee that was changed out the first EVA, he's going to be now essentially riding on that lee for this entire EVA. So you can see him getting into that foot restraint. Meanwhile, Nemo is going to be going to the work site of this POA location, and Mark is going to meet him there. So this is showing Nemo going to that work site, and you can see the lee in the background. So once he gets there, he's going to be preparing this lee a little bit for it to be changed out. So we again need to change out the cameras on these lees. So you can see him removing that camera, and he's going to put it in a bag, and it's going to be staying in a bag for the remainder of the EVA. Well, not the remainder until the end of the EVA when we need to install it back onto the new lee. So while he's doing that, Sabo is working on meeting him back at the work site. And again, together they're going to work to remove this lee. So again, we've got the EDFs that we're interfacing with, and there are 6 of them. Once those are released, the crew is going to work together to remove the lee. And Sabo is going to hold on to it, and the robotic arm is going to be flying him back to the airlock, where we're going to be putting that lee inside and taking it back IV with us. So Nemo is going to meet him back at the airlock, and together they're going to install it where it will remain for the rest of the EVA. Once that's complete, again, Sabo is going to be flying to the next work site, which is going to be ESP2, where that lee is in that temp stow ring. And Nemo is going to translate out himself and meet him out in that area. So together they're going to work to remove this lee from the temp stow ring. Again, we've got the EDFs to remove. On the temp stow ring, there's just 4 of them that are installed. Thus, only 4 need to be removed. So once that's released, Sabo is going to, again, hold on to that lee, and the robotic arm is now going to move him back to the work site where it's going to be installed onto the POA. So Nemo's going to clean up a little bit at that work site and then meet him back at this location. So again, together, they're going to install that lee onto the POA structure. And we've got the 6 EDFs to be installed. Once that's done, Mark is going to be heading over now to the base end of the arm where he has another task to do. Nemo is going to be cleaning up the work site some, and he's going to be taking that camera that was stowed in the bag at the beginning of the EVA and installing it onto this lee. So this is showing Sabo at that other work site. So there is a grounding strap that we have that Sabo is going to be installing around lee A. So again, this was the base of the arm. And the purpose of this grounding strap is once it's installed, we should be able to change out that camera robotically if we need it to. If it were to fail, this strap is going to help be able to change it out robotically. And that ends the prime tasks of the EVA. If we have time for get-aheads, we've got things on the back burner for them to go and do. This concludes the end of the content. Both crew members would come inside.